Welcome to the $100 MBA Show, and today is a Q&A weekend episode where we answer your questions right here on the show. If you want to ask a question, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can use our Speak It option where you record your question. We'll play right here on the air. You can check that out at 100mba.net/show. Today's question comes from Bruce, and Bruce asks, when is the best time to launch a product? Wow, a good question, because we're in the middle of launching the Webinar Ninja podcast as I'm recording this. Let me get into it, so let's get down to business. The $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Nadex Binary Options Trading. As a listener to the $100 MBA Show, you know how far $100 can go, and so does Nadex. With just $100, you can get started with Nadex Binary Options. You trade on whether you think the market will go above or below a certain point by a certain time. Go to nadex.com and open up an account for free. That's Nadex, Nadex.com. Futures, options, and swaps trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. So Bruce asks, when is the best time to launch a product? Great question. I mean, the simple answer is ASAP, as soon as you can. But let me get a little bit more specific. You don't want to wait too long in the development of your product. We always talk about the lean startup approach. You know, the book by Eric Ries, The Lean Startup, examines this idea of putting out a minimal viable product, putting out the minimum offer that you can put out there so you can iterate and improve based on your audience's feedback. So you don't want to sit there and work on your product for too long before you put it out there for feedback. But you should have a launch plan in place. You should have some deadlines in place. And I think what Bruce is referring to is is there a certain time of the year, day, week that is appropriate? Now, we definitely advise our students to stay away from days like Mondays and Fridays, because sometimes those days are quite busy for people. They're bridged with holidays. And a lot of people are just trying to get in the swing of things. So when they get an email on Monday, they're just kind of overwhelmed and they don't really do much about that email. I'm talking about your launch email. When they say, hey, we're launch guys, you can buy the product now. So we found that Tuesdays work well, Wednesdays work well, even Thursdays work well. You also want to make sure that you're launching at a time of year that is applicable. It's very, very busy during the holiday season, Christmas, New Year's. It's probably a bad idea to launch during that time. One, people are very stretched financially. I'm not saying everybody. Some people are a lot more comfortable than other people. But people are also stretched when it comes to time. It's a time for family. People are all together. It's really hard to focus on what's going on or what's best for their life or business or whatever you're offering them. So I would stay away from the last 2 weeks of December, the first week of January. But after the first week of January, it's actually a pretty good time to launch because a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions or trying to stick to the New Year's resolution, and maybe your product has to do with that. I mean, obviously other holidays as well, Easter, Thanksgiving in the U.S., or any other major national or religious holidays that are prominent where you live. Just be aware of those, and usually the few days that are coming up to that holiday are more busier than after the holiday, so just keep an eye out on that. For example, the Webinar Ninja podcast is launching the day after President's Day. We wanted to launch on Monday, but we said let's move it to Tuesday because it's a day off on Monday. Let's do it on Tuesday. Also remember that your launch is not just one day. Yeah, you have a launch day, but you could spread out your launch for a week, 2 weeks, even months if you'd like. What a lot of people do is do some time-sensitive offers. So the first few days or the first day you can get it at this price. On the second or third day, it's this price. This week, it's this price. Next month is this price. You can do that if you'd like, if you want to create some urgency or create some levels or create some segmentation in your launch. You also have to take a look at your own personal schedule, your own personal and professional schedule. If it's your anniversary, if it's something that's very special, you want to make sure that you are not busy that day. Take a look at your calendar. It also applies to your own business. You know, we made sure that when we launched that day or that week, we're kind of free, that I don't have any interviews scheduled, and there's nothing really that's keeping me occupied other than that launch. I have my regular tasks, my other work that I have to do normally in business, but I don't have any extra things I have to do. On the actual launch day, make sure you're completely free because you want to put all hands on deck. You want to make sure that everything's working properly. If there's any hiccups, that you could fix it quickly. You want to be able to answer questions on the fly, things like that. The $100 MBA show is sponsored by Igloo. Igloo is an intranet that you'll actually like. An intranet is exactly what it sounds like, an internet for your own business. It's a cloud platform that helps you do your best work, share files, blog updates, coordinate calendars, and manage projects. It's easy to use and it's easy to configure, even for the most non-technical of users. And it's built using a responsive design, which means that everything you do, everything you work on at your desk can now be used on the go with your phone, with a tablet. So it's super convenient. Whether you're a large enterprise stuck using SharePoint or a fast-growing business overwhelmed by apps, create an intranet that matches your brand's look and feel, simplifies how you work. And it's accessible on your phone. So sign up now and try it for free at igloosoftware.com/MBA. That's Igloo, IGLOO, software.com/MBA. Bruce, I hope that answers your question. Guys, again, if you have any questions, you can email us at contact@100mba.net or use our Speak It option on the show page. Record your question. We'll play it on the air. That's 100mba.net/show. If you have not heard, we launched a new podcast in our network called Webinar Ninja. If you want to be a better presenter, a better speaker, a better teacher, a better communicator with your audience, and you want to be able to take those skills and use them on a webinar, then you're going to want to check out this show. It's a whole new kind of show. It's a narrative podcast that has a whole bunch of surprises. I think Nicole has done a brilliant job with the production of the show. I'm really excited to share it with you. So type in Webinar Ninja in iTunes, subscribe to the show, and leave us a rating and a review to let us know what you think. If you want to learn more about what we're doing at Webinar Ninja, check out webinarninja.co. Guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Launching a product can be stressful, especially when you have